He's in New York City, lives there. He's in Central Park. He says, I'm in Central Park and I see this sign. It says The Mush, a public cuddle space. Apparently there's food there too. I don't know if you cuddle and there's the food to share. I don't really know what's going on, to be honest with you. It's a little twisted. And have you heard of these places? I'm looking for a piece of paper as always. Have you heard of these places? Oh, here it is. Where people go and they have cuddle parties with strangers. Okay. And if you go to the website, it's themushmovement.com. This is not a joke. Okay. And it says the mush is a values-oriented, agreements-based, touch-positive community. It's a welcome mush when you enter into the community. The world's first structured cuddle puddle and touch-positive consent training. The event has many aspects: philosophy, nonverbal consent training, group nervous system co-regulation, all this stuff that goes on and on. Essentially, it is it's a cuddle party. So let me ask you this. First of all, this is very sad, right? As somebody who skeeves a lot of things, you know what that word means? It's a very Italian thing to say, but a lot of things just, I don't need to be touching weird people. It doesn't appeal to me to cuddle with random strangers. You don't know who you're going to encounter, especially in Central Park, no less, but you just don't know who you're going to stumble across. I don't really all up in your business. A very strange, odd concept, but it's also a very desperate attempt at intimacy of some kind. And why is this happening now? Why is it that years ago you didn't have cuddle parties? Well, because people had normal interactions. That's why. And now because everything's happening, I was going to lift my phone up, but everything's on the phone. Everything's behind a screen. There's not a lot of eye contact a lot of the time. You're not going on those in-person dates a lot of the time. You're doing a lot of scrolling. You're not on the phone talking to somebody. A lot of that in-person interaction, even when you are in person, there's no eye contact. You go on the dates. You see people on a date and they don't even look at each other. It's like the phone, this, that. It's like they're I don't know what they're doing. They're on two independent dates, I guess, alone. That has all created a void in people, and they crave connectedness, eye contact. They crave touch, right? Because a lot of this is happening on social media and removed. A lot of people are just, they're interacting that way. You got the corn, nasty. You got a lot of people finding their outlets fulfilled supposedly through TVs and apps and social media, but it doesn't work like that, because at the end of the day, they're lonely and they're needy and they're empty. So they're turning to this stuff that's downright weird. I'm all for nervous system co-regulation, by the way, but maybe with like an environment that's somewhat screened, people this is just a middle of the pie. Come on, let's hug it. Weird. And it is weird, but it's also important that you realize why. So if you're somebody that's living behind your phone and you're feeling that void and that emptiness and that need for connection, that's human, right? There is a human need for connection that exists and is real. Maybe stop thinking about, maybe I go to a cuddle space with a bunch of randos, and maybe instead you change your life and you say, forget this friggin' phone for a while. I'm going to make eye contact. I'm going to do more one-on-one. I want to talk to people in person. I want to pick up the phone. I want to be more social. I want to do a real date and show up and not have my phone's off for those 3 hours. Wow. Imagine that. And you'll start to feel fulfilled in a way that you don't. And maybe you won't need a cuddle party in Central Park. Sorry. Listen, someone's got to say it.